Hello Raiders! Today we're going to dive deep into Stitcher, the best bang for buck weapon you could use in arcraiders for most PvP encounters. A lot of people don't really know how effective it is. When built right, you can empty a clip into any player, and even if they're using heavy shields, it won't be a problem. You'll get them down. I've seen people run all kinds of wacky builds that are not good, so let's change that. There's a lot of information to go through, so I'll keep it as short as possible. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's check it out. Acquiring this weapon is easy. You can craft it, buy it, or get it through a free loadout, or for example, loot them from fallen raiders when on topside. The cheapest and most convenient is to craft it from scratch. It's dirt cheap. Upgrading this weapon gives you reduction in horizontal recoil, decreases the reload time, and gives you some durability as well. Now the Stitcher 3, which we are about to make, is going to cost you 26 metal parts, 16 rubber parts, and 1 simple gun part. And that is going to be the cheapest, most cost-effective weapon you could possibly run. Later I'll include it in some tests, but for now, let me just show you quickly that there is a little bit of a jump upgrading from Stitcher 3 to Stitcher 4. You're going to need 3 mechanical components and 1 simple gun part. So in total, to get a Stitcher 4 from scratch, it's going to cost you 47 metal parts, 25 rubber parts, and 2 simple gun parts. That's it. Now let's check out the reload time on Stitcher 1 and Stitcher 4. So on Stitcher 1 it's 3 seconds, and on Stitcher 4 it's 1.5 seconds. I want to show you the spray pattern of a Stitcher 1 and a Stitcher 4 so we have an understanding how this weapon behaves when it's only affected by the tier upgrades. To see the full spray pattern, I've added the rare light mag under it, and keep in mind that throughout the test I will not manually adjust for recoil correction. Every test will be a mag dump. So first the Stitcher 1. So the natural spray pattern of this gun seems to do a zigzag, which means there is a lot of horizontal recoil in the play. However, the upgraded version has 50% recoil reduction on horizontal recoil. The difference between the two is noticeable. But now, what mods are actually useful and make this gun excellent? Our first test is going to be the muzzle test. We're going to be testing the compensator, the muzzle brake, the extended barrel, and the silencer, just to see which one gives us the best results. I see a lot of people running compensator, and let me show you why you should not do it. I just showed you what a Stitcher 4 does without a muzzle, and this result here is pretty much the same. Honestly, you should never run a compensator on a Stitcher. It does virtually nothing on it. Now let's run the muzzle brake on the side. I hope you see where this is heading. This weapon heavily favors recoil reduction, and muzzle brake reduces both. Our spray pattern will become more thin and shorter as well. This means that at short distances, we only have to correct our recoil a little bit in the beginning, and it will stabilize to one concentrated area, the enemy's head. So once again, let me show you just so that it cements in. We're going to do the first test without the muzzle brake, second one with the muzzle brake, and the third one with the compensator side by side so you can see it. Now this was without the muzzle. Let's add the muzzle brake. And now let's change it to compensator. So no muzzle on the left, muzzle brake in the middle, and compensator on the right. And my point is, for a compensator, the shot dispersion reduction doesn't do much for this gun. Using any muzzle brake is the best choice. There are 2 more attachment types we could use for the muzzle. That being the extended barrel, which is meant for guns that are being used in mid to long range combat, and a silencer for stealthier combat. So let's check them out. First, without the muzzle, then the extended barrel, and then the silencer. Now the extended barrel. And last but not least, a silencer. So in conclusion, for the muzzle brake slot, this weapon excels at short range PvP, so the best thing we can do is capitalize on what gives us the most value in this range. Although silencer sounds cool and gives style points, then from practical standpoint, using any muzzle brake beats it any day. Even if you use a silencer, experienced players will still be able to tell where the approximate direction of the firefight is and what gun you are likely using by the rate of fire. But now let's check what is the best option for the Underbarrel mod for Stitcher. Now we're gonna use the muzzle brake and the compensator mods to try to test out all of the possible underbarrel mods you could use: the vertical grip, the angle grip, and the horizontal grip. And just for muzzle brake, there's no point in using horizontal grip because we want to reduce the vertical recoil on this gun. So let's do the mag dump and check it out. It's starting to look pretty good. Let's try the horizontal grip. It feels slightly worse. Now let's try the compensator and the vertical grip. And now the angle grip. And finally, the horizontal grip with the compensator. Stitcher clearly is the best with the vertical grip and almost feels like we're lasering at this point. Horizontal grip is next in line as well, but the compensator, well, now we can comfortably just rule out for this gun because it does nothing to contribute to the strengths of this weapon. And the next thing we're going to test is going to be the stocks for this weapon. And trust me, you'll be surprised by the results. So for stocks, we basically have three options: the padded stock, the stable stock, or the kinetic converter. And for testing, we'll use the best items of previous tests, and the first mag dump is without a stock, for reference. Next test is going to be with the padded stock. Next we have the stable stock 3. And finally the kinetic converter. Let's see how this performs. So in conclusion, the padded stock obviously is the best choice here. With these mods, it feels like a laser. The stable stock doesn't do much compared to not having a stock at all, and the kinetic converter, well, it has high fire rate but increases the recoil, so it's not really an option because the gun already is with a high fire rate. Now I'll show you the spray patterns throughout attachment upgrades and mention what I would consider as a loadout myself. Starting with the very basic Stitcher 3, you can see on the left that has a standard muzzle brake, a standard common vertical grip, common mag, and a common stable stock. This is for when you're broke. Next upgrade from that would be to make your Stitcher 3 into a Stitcher 4. Use all previous attachments, but upgrade the magazine for more firepower. Next upgrade would be a vertical grip. Now we're going to upgrade the muzzle brake, and this would be the low medium tier weapon for me. Now the next two upgrades depends on what you have. You can first upgrade with angle grip and then padded stock later, or vice versa. Padded first would be better, obviously. And with the stock, this would be my high tier gun. Next upgrade is going to be the magazine, since we have recoil under control. And then we upgrade the muzzle brake in the very end. And that's how you make a laser stitcher. Now to maintain and build all of these, you're gonna need materials and blueprints. Here is the priority list for all of those items. You can get them from any map. I personally like them battlegrounds the most. And with that said, this concludes the video for the stitcher. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.